First things first, this is how I would start the conversation if I had a captive audience. You see, most of the time I feel as though I am speaking to people but their minds are upside down. I turned my mind upside down in 2010, and I liked how it felt. It just felt really right, so I kept it there, quite a challenge to not flip back. I'm trying to talk about the how, and the audience I have in conversation is expecting me to talk about the what. So as I'm talking I can feel their mind waiting and metaphorically tapping its foot with an impatient sharpness. So someone might ask me what energy healing talk therapy is, but what they really want to know is, what will this therapy do for me? Unfortunately, with the little ego in charge of all this assessment and judgment of whether this therapy is going to solve their problems, it just won't ever have the desired effect. So, first things first, this is indigenously trained therapy. I was trained in a 50th generation style of Ho'oponopono, spiritual realignment, along with Pa, foundational spiritual strength. Both are foundations of Hawaiian indigenous culture, in its pure and untainted form. It is like nothing a Westerner has ever known. If they had, they would be asking, how does this work with me? It's energy healing because I'm the cleared channel, to and from the Creator, when the client is blocked from their own healing capacities. It is talk therapy because through a person's story being told to me, according to my questions, I can find the block and together we can remove it from the person's mind. A bit like a massage irons out a knot, this irons things out in the mind. If it looks like a duck, and quacks like a duck, it is likely a duck, so it is said. This indigenously trained talk therapy looks like modern talk therapy, but it doesn't quack the same. We sit. I pray. You can too, or allow me to do it for you. I ask you, how can I help? I allow you about 5 minutes to tell me what you perceive as the problem. I will begin to ask qualifying questions. I continue to ask questions which you, in the back of your mind, are asking, how does this have anything to do with what I just explained? I continue to investigate. I hardly allow you to continue with a full length of a story. If you have done a lot of modern-day talk therapy, I remain patient as you tell me all the things you know about the problem. After you have run out of information, I continue asking the questions I wish to hear the answers for. When I ask my questions, although they seem nonsensical to you, I am listening for a whole lot of information which is not being curated by your conscious mind, aka your little ego. This is never done in modern-day talk therapy. I am connecting your aura to my aura, and then to the greater aura. I am allowing the greater aura of the Creator to receive your information and send information back on its waves. It comes back through my aura and felt in my body. I am what is called an empath. I'm seeking to know where the thoughts are, which have a darker or negative energy polarity attached to them. I live and work in the Creator's love and truth, and this is never allowed in modern-day talk therapy. Modern-day talk therapy is purely intellectual. This has its place, but it is focused on management. This is an achievable result in modern-day talk therapy. However, I attract clients and students who do not want to manage their problems for the rest of their lives, they want the problem to be gone. Indigenous attitudes are much more connected, and in my opinion they are much more acceptably practical. Near enough is never good enough, and so my kind of talk therapy is a little harder to achieve for the practitioner. There aren't any more details to tell you about how it is done. It does look like a duck, but it never quacks like a duck, so essentially it isn't really a duck, maybe it's a swan. I find it to be an entirely graceful kind of talk therapy which doesn't put the client through any kind of undue emotional distress. Indeed, it feels more like confusion until I have found what I intended to find. When I find the mental block that requires ironing out, then I take the client on a journey of understanding using their own life experiences. By the end of the technique, I use the client has a new perspective on their own personal history. Let me tell you what helps and what hinders this kind of talk therapy. Your mind's bodyguard is best left at home, at the door when you come in, and if it must sit with you, at least inform it to take a break and not interrupt you. It is more important than you know to come into session without any kind of judgment of the therapy. Just as you expect a massage to help you let go and relax, you must expect this kind of talk therapy to help you let go of your old ways of thinking and feeling about your problem. If you are criticizing the therapy when you walk in the door, there is nothing I can do other than waste our time together. The best is to walk in with the idea in your mind that you are going to observe a new kind of therapy, something that you have only ever dreamed of. Let your life experience afterwards inform you of the results. Trust and expectation are very large issues for modern people. The modern person expects services to be done to them and for them. Say, when you go to the hairdresser, you pay after. The hairdresser does their best job and asks you if you like the result. Then you pay for the service. The indigenous way is different. If you as a member of your tribe have a problem, it is understood that this problem is already affecting everyone in different manifestations but with the same dissonant frequency, the same darkness. Everyone wishes for the dark energy to be shown to the Creator and have it uncoupled from them. They will then return back to a happy balance within themselves and within their community. So you are very supported by everyone, to seek help, and seek it in a timely manner. Everyone wants you to have the optimum result. They will help you, so you can help them. They trust in the method, as they have a lifetime of shared experience of the therapy having positive results. They have the ultimate level of trust. They will share that trust with you. They want you to expect the ultimate result. Therefore, you will gift your healer, the one who is going to help you get the result that you want, with the ultimate payment. You will gift something of great value because you are already expecting great value to come to you. You would never think of judging the service after the fact, for your ego to decide if it was any good, and then pay. The indigenous person understands that high trust and the expectation of the ultimate results must be present for the result to be obtained. So can you see how I have been living with a comfortably upside-down mind in a modern world for a long time now? Can you see how the modern mind and the indigenous mind are organized completely opposite? This has happened due to the modern world requiring a true disconnection from the Creator, and thus the solo little ego which was only ever designed for the protection of the physical body has to take on the job that the Creator would be doing for the person. It is a heavy load, but if the Creator is cut off, the job still has to get done because the show must go on. When you sit in my space, whether you are in my studio in Melbourne, or you are in my Zoom studio, you will walk into a mind space which is connected and kind. You will be connected to an aura which is always connected to the Creator, with a constant flow of the Creator's love and truth. So as I write on my website, you pay for my time with money, you pay the Creator with humility. If you do not enable humility, trust and respect the process, the Creator will not have access to your man-made truth, as your little ego will curate it, so that not much changes. Energy healing talk therapy with me, Joanna Ruth, will never aim for management, it will only ever aim for a cure. So far, it has been quite spot on.
Hi, I'm Joanna Ruth, and this is your doorway to spiritual literacy. Why not come on in and learn some foundations together?